Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Holly's Hobbies Crafts. So I got a shipment of bead samples in the mail yesterday, and some of these smell really great already just before I even open the packages. What I want to do is I want to share with you what I got, and talk about my upcoming plans for this weekend to do a mold, or well, a freshie drop. I'm not going to be doing an excessive amount, but I got some awesome jars also that I want to show off, that my friend happened to pick up for me at Goodwill yesterday for like $3 a jar. And if you know the price of like canning jars and glass jars and stuff, that's cheap. So up to this point, I haven't had the need for the jars yet because I've had all of my beads in packages, but because I'm getting more and more fragrances that are the same, I'm going to mix them into the same container. So I'm probably going to do that today as well, so that I can kind of prepare. And throughout this week, I would like to be making a couple freshies to add so that I can do, not like I said, a large drop this weekend, but I would like to have a few prepared that I can go ahead and list on the Facebook site for sale, and so that I can kind of see how this is going to go. If you're interested in any, please keep checking my Facebook page. It's Holly's Hobbied on Facebook. And then you could also email me and I can send you a picture of what I have ready. My email for this is Holly's Hobbies Crafts 1 at gmail.com. You could also comment on this video, and either myself or my daughter will be able to check it. And I may even do a quick video, maybe Saturday evening or possibly Sunday, to show off the ones that I've done. So first, when I got into this, all of this stuff was in this package. And I want to show you something that they sent me, and I kind of like the personalization that they did with this. The company's in Texas, and I think it might actually just be a person because I didn't see company name on here. And I ordered from a lot of people in my groups, my freshie groups. So this could just be a single individual that does these. But she included a little Texas freshie for me. It doesn't say the fragrance. It does smell really good. And I'm probably going to practice decorating on this one, just because I don't want to waste a freshie. And I will probably just keep this one in my office or something, just so that I have it. But yeah, so there's that. And it is cute. Good work. It's thinner than some of my freshies that I do. But I think that's just the mold, and some people like them thinner, some people like them thicker. I think that is just dependent upon the beads themselves and how they bake and things. So I'm going to keep that one. I'll see if I can get this up. Or I may give it to my son because he's dying for a freshie. Okay, so to start with, apparently this person did run out of bags to put their cured beads in that they were sending. So I got some sampled beads that were already colored, and these are, looks like it says Naked Cowboy Flowers. It smells fresh. It smells kind of, it's got a little musky, little florally scent to it, but it's fresh. So there's that, and that's got to go into a container or something because I don't want the smell to leach out of the bag. Okay, so this one is Urban Cowboy. Now, I don't know what an Urban Cowboy is supposed to smell like, but let's find out. It smells like leather to me. That's what I smell, is just that leather scent. It smells clean. I like the smell of leather, so Birthday Cake. Now, Birthday Cake is one of my favorite fragrances. Because of the fact that I love vanilla, I love sugar cookie, I love like those sweet food smells. So now this one seems a little heavily coated in the oil, a little bit oily, but I don't think they're fully cured, fully dry. So I'm probably going to mix it in with some others that I've got and see if they'll soak up a little bit more of that oil. And I may try to get some unscented, like a sample of some unscented and pour in with them and see if that helps. Yeah, if you can just look kind of down in there, it's still a little oily and the beads are a little wet. So that's just my concern there, is that it didn't, like, there's still oil there. And maybe it's the oil, because I've heard that some oils you have to use less beads with, some oils you use more beads with, because it's the way that the beads absorb the oil that is affected. Also, I think that some companies, the oil is a little more oily, I guess would be the term. I don't know, is that even a term? But they're not as easily soaked up. Now, some fragrances I've heard, vanilla-based ones, which Birthday Cake could very well be vanilla-based, because vanilla is one of my favorite fragrances, and there's some of that scent in there. At least that's what I feel like. Also, leather. Those are two of the ones that take a longer time to cure. So I'm wondering if maybe this is one of those vanilla-based fragrances that just doesn't cure in the normal amount of time. Doesn't soak into the beads in the correct amount, or like in the normal, I won't say correct, in the normal amount of time. And it also doesn't, once it is soaked in, it's still oily. So you might have to add some beads to it to make it less oily. I don't know. I just don't know how that's going to bake if it's still oily. So that's something that I'm going to be experimenting with to figure out. But like I said, I think I'm going to add those to some other ones that I've got, see if they'll soak up any more of that oil. And then I may get a sample of some unscented beads from somebody and add that to it and see if that helps any. This is Fruity Pebbles, and I do already have a Fruity Pebbles. And it smells like Fruity Pebbles. It smells very good. It also smells similar to Fruit Loops. So the cereal-based ones, those are always a good bet for kids. From what I've been told, men tend to like cereal. If men want that more sweet smell. Some men, like my husband, he prefers like mahogany teak wood, or what he's got in his car right now is that sugared suede, and it smells really, really good, but it's not overwhelming. It's very subtle. And just every now and then, and I think, it's when the vent, the fan kicks on, that you'll get like a puff of it. But again, it's not overwhelming. It's not like, whoa, and you want to like kind of sneeze or something. It's just overwhelming, or not overwhelming, but it's just a very, very muted scent, though, that you get. And it's like, oh, that's nice. It's a clean scent. And that's what he kind of likes. He doesn't like it to be overwhelming. New car, sometimes, though, new car is a little bit too heavy on the leathery scent. And it is not as, it's not as muted. And so it does get a little strong at times. So this one is True Rose. Now, I love roses. Roses are one of my favorite flowers. It is not one of my favorite scents. I'm just not a florally scent person. These are also a little oily, so we'll see about this. It smells good. It's just that it's not... I'm just not a floral person. That doesn't mean that someone else won't really enjoy that. If you really like a rose scent, that would be a great one for your vehicle or home. Twisted Watermelon Lemonade. And I don't know if these bags are scent-proof bags. So that's another issue that I have with them. Smells really good. I don't know if I would say that that smells like twisted watermelon lemonade, but I do smell the watermelon, and I do smell the lemon from the lemonade, and it's got that sweet kind of undertone to it. But I don't know, again, if I truly smell watermelon lemonade, which I'm a sucker for strawberry lemonade. So, you know, again, it's not that I'm not smelling it. It's just that I'm not sure that I've even had watermelon lemonade. So, something to compare it to, I'm not sure that I would actually have something that is watermelon lemonade scent that I could think of for that. So, watermelon, yes. Lemonade, yes. I assume that it would be what I would smell if the two were combined and I was drinking it. So, strawberry pound cake. And I've noticed that some of these beads are yellowed and some of them are still clear, white, opaque, you know, and I think that's because of the oil. I think that's the oil is a darker color, and so it's dyeing the beads a little bit darker. Hopefully that can be fixed with some mica and coloring them. That smells good, but I don't know if I would say that that is... Yeah, that is. I smell strawberry and I smell cake. So we'll say it's strawberry pound cake. Mahogany teakwood. This is the third of this that I've gotten from 3 different places. There's a reason. I wanted to see which ones were more subtle, which ones were stronger. I want to see which beads absorb better and, you know, stuff like that. So I am comparing these as I get them, but I'm also trying to see like which ones bake better. That one, okay, so before I had one that was like really weak. You could smell it, but it wasn't strong at all. I'm not sure how it's going to translate to a freshie in a car, because if it's too subtle, you won't be able to smell it. So, but then I had one that was pretty heavily scented. It was pretty mahogany teakwood. It was like there. And so this one's kind of in the middle of those. So I may mix them all together and see if I can get a really good combination of them, because I feel like that might translate better to a freshie. The last two that I have here, this one is blueberry cobbler, and I am not a fan of blueberry. Scent is okay. The taste is not. I do not eat blueberries. I do not like them. My husband likes them. My friends like them. I'm just not a blueberry person. I never have been. My son likes them, but I don't. So, now I love strawberry, but I'm not a blueberry person. It smells good. It smells like a cobbler or a pie. It smells like blueberry. Again, these are a little bit darker. To show you in comparison. This is what I'm noticing, though. I think that this fragrance is maybe from a different company where the oils are a yellowed color instead of clear. Or the oil itself is just darker from the same company. And that could be the case too, is that oil from that particular company is just a little bit more yellow in color, and where these beads are white when you soak them, they're soaking up the color too, because there's like 3 of these that are more on the yellow side. Birthday cake is a lighter yellow, and then you've got these two, the strawberry pound cake and the blueberry cobbler, So it's the cakey ones that are this yellowed color. And maybe it's the vanilla in them because they're also a little bit more oily than the others. So that's just a thought there that I have. And the Fruity Pebbles were a little bit more oily as well. And I'm wondering if maybe that's not a little bit of the more sugary base to it too. I will mix it with my other Fruity Pebble ones probably and see if that helps any. Yet again, I'm experimenting and I'm trying to figure out the best way to handle these various situations. And excuse the nails being missing on my hands. I type for a living basically, and you can tell I'm right-handed because that's where I'm missing the two. But yeah, my fingers that I type with the most, my nails come off. This is the last one, and it is Gain, as in the laundry detergent. And we use Gain in this house, and I use a lot of Gain. Smells like Gain. Smells very fresh and clean. Very good. It smells like my dryer sheets right now. So, overall, good experience from this particular seller that I got these from. It's just some of the fragrances were not what I had expected them to be, but that's okay. This is a learning process for me, and I'm going to do what I can do to fix them so that I can use them still. I don't believe in wasting the money if I can avoid that. So, you know, I'm going to do what I can do to save the ones that are a little bit oily and stuff like that, and I hope that that is enough. I'm going to quickly go get the jars, and I will show you the jars that I found. I've also got some jars that I'm just going to put some beads in. I'll show you what I've got because I've already got these on hand because I was making body scrubs that I no longer make, and I still have some jars from them. These are Christmassy, so excuse that. But at this point, I'm using them until I can replace them with different jars. So, that being said, I will be right back. Okay, so, I am a big proponent of Dollar Tree, Dollar Store, Dollar General, Family Dollar, those types of places to get containers because of the fact that I don't like to spend a fortune on containers. And especially when I was just going to sell them, I would rather pay $1 with some tax than $10 or $5. And let's face it, glass jars are expensive. So these are plastic, and I've got 4 of them. One has the peppermints and candy canes. The other 3 have holly and what is that? Poinsettia, I think. It's a Christmas flower. But the other 3 are like this one. They seal really well. In fact, I may not be able to get this open. There we go. So they seal really well, and they're not huge, so they will be good for these smaller amounts of beads that I have ready to go. But yes, these are made in China, so, but it says an American company. Anywho, these I think I paid like $1 for at Christmas, or like right after Christmas, like 2 years ago or something. And I've had them just sitting, waiting to do a craft in them. So I'm going to use them for my crafts. I'm just going to use them for the aroma beads for right now. And if I come up with an idea later on and I can rinse them out and use them for something that I sell, that's fine. Now, yesterday, my friend was at Goodwill, and she messaged me a picture of this beauty. The lid screws off. $2.99 plus tax. So I said, can you grab it, and are there any others? Because that's cheap for a decent sized glass jar. Now in that picture with that one was this one. And now this is pretty. It's got like the designs on it. The lid also screws off. Now the lid is plastic, whereas in this one it's like metal and plastic. But that doesn't really matter as long as it seals pretty tight. This one was also, all the jars were $2.99 plus tax. This was sitting next to it on the shelf, but she didn't see it. I asked her about it in another message, and she's like, oh yeah, I didn't see that one. She's like, yeah, I'll grab that one. Then she sends me a picture of this one, which is the little sister to the other one. I mean, these can hold some beads. And I got a little excited because of that. Because I'm like, I need jars for these beads so that I can make sure that they're getting cured correctly. And so that when I do mix the different fragrances that I've got, the ones that are of the same fragrance, I want to make sure that they have adequate space to kind of cure on out. So I've got now 7 jars. I'm working on my collection of them. And as I get containers that will work, I'm putting them in it. And then as I can, I'll replace them with glass jars. But like I said, they're expensive. So I am trying to not do it all at once. So I'm excited to dive into some actual making of some freshies over the next few days and see what I can have made by the weekend and what I can get decorated. My daughter and I are taking a craft class this weekend at our local library. It's painting and it's like a mom and me painting something. So I don't have to buy any supplies. They said we just show up. They supply everything. I don't know how long it's going to take, probably a couple hours. So I'm excited. I look forward to that. Now, my brother-in-law and some of his family will be coming in this weekend as well, as far as my husband and I know. So I may not get to things until maybe even next week as far as getting stuff posted. I hope to be able to post something this weekend. But again, with family here, stuff like that, it gets a little bit crazy in our house. We did build on. We do have a little bit extra room. Still not perfect. And everyone will be together for a little bit. So I will do what I can do as I can do it. But I do foresee it being a little bit busy, probably starting about Thursday. When we normally game, hopefully we will be gaming with our friends. It just depends on what time his brother gets here and that type of thing. But we'll be here. Me and my daughter will get to do some crafting, but I don't know how much we'll get to showcase this weekend. And I don't know how much we'll actually get to do because I don't know how accessible everything is going to be. I do know that I have to work as well, and I work until like 5:30 on Thursday. And if I have to take, if they get here Thursday, then I'll probably be taking Friday off so that I can be with the family and hang out and stuff. Now, if they are not coming until Friday, I will work Friday, and then they'll be here once I get off work. And it won't affect our gaming at all. We just don't know if we're going to be able to game with our friends because it'll be a huge distraction. Plus, we don't want to leave family out of stuff when they're here and they're not in our campaign. So there's really nothing that they can do other than sit and watch and talk with us. So we may just have some of our friends come over and maybe play some board games or something with them if they get here early enough. Yet again, I don't know. So I'm waiting to hear back from them and figure out how my weekend's going to go. But aside from that, if I don't get this stuff posted this weekend or this week, whatever I get done, I will be able to showcase in the next week. So with that being said, I will end this video here. Please like, share, subscribe, turn on the notifications with the bell, do all the things. Comment, send me emails, Holly's Hobbies Crafts 1@gmail.com. Facebook, Holly's Hobbied. Facebook was a bit restrictive when I set it up, so I tried to get it as close as humanly possible. it was just kind of a nightmare to deal with. And also, I'm getting more and more ideas for wreaths that I want to make. I know I've got an order for one of my good friends of resin products, and I'm still working to get my craft room set up. Once I get my resin section set up and get my stuff back out, that's my first order that I have to focus on. And then aside from that, I'm ready to roll with the other stuff too. So, I'm slowly getting things put together. That's why I thought if I could go ahead and get my beads in some jars and get them on the shelves, that would give me a little bit of peace of mind of, okay, well, my Freshie section is almost set up. Now I can start working on the rest of the stuff, the resin and my other stuff. Not to mention, my mom has gifted me a sewing machine. I'm going to get a table, set all that up. I can't wait. I'm not an avid sewer. I did sew some Velcro on a dog coat during this cold spell because my big yellow lab ripped the Velcro that was on it off. And we couldn't find another coat that would fit the big dog. So I went to Walmart and got Velcro and a sewing kit, and I figured it out how to do it by hand. It was not exactly fun, but at the same time, it worked. So I do have some things that I'm learning how to do that I'm kind of excited to see where it goes. Again, we're still making soap and stuff. We just haven't made any in a while because we haven't had our crafting space. But now that I'm back at it and we have a crafting space, I can really start in the evenings working on some of these things, and then on the weekends. I'm looking for events to attend, so if you know of anything, please shoot me a message. Tell me where it's at, how much the entry fee is if you can, who I need to contact, because I would like to participate in some events so that I can get my name out there and my products. So again, I look forward to hearing from everybody. I look forward to reviews coming at me from the Freshies if anybody buys any. I'm just excited to get started and get the stuff out there because this is so much fun for me and my daughter. Part of the time Maddie's not here to do it with me, and so I do try to do more of it when she is here, but I am going to start trying to do at least a little bit each day to get this set up and to get things going. So just stay tuned. Hopefully a lot of things will start happening. So I will see you all in the next video. Hopefully I do a how-to, like one of the step-by-step making the Freshies very soon. I know my daughter's wanting to participate in that one, so if anything, it may be tomorrow when she's here, or it may be over the weekend if we're able. But yeah, she's wanting to participate in that one, so that's one that I told her I'd wait on. I'll show you one of the resin products that I made because it's literally right here with me. It is a coaster, and it's kind of the galaxy theme. If you look close, you could see that it's got stars in there, gold glittery stars. There's the back of it, or the bottom of it. This was one of the first things that I made. It wasn't the very first, but yes, it's a coaster, and I can make these. I've got a whole coaster set that I can make. There's like 3 of them, and they're just separate molds, but I can sell them as a set, or I can make 3 to 4 of each of the molds and sell. I'm not exactly priced my resin stuff just yet. I'm still trying to figure that out. The Freshies, I'm leaning towards about $8 for the Freshies, for the larger ones. About maybe $5 for the pair of vent clips. Or I may keep it at like $8 for a large one and $8 for a pair of vent clips. Or if you get a smaller Freshie, it's like $6. So I'm still trying to throw that out there. Trying to figure out what works and what sells. I'm hoping that the $8 range sells. I don't want to charge too much. But again, if it's got fringe, that costs something. If it's got more paint, stuff like that, that stuff all costs. So I'm trying to figure out how I can do that economically and keep my prices as low as possible for everybody. So this is going to be a lot of calculation on my end, and math hurts my head, so this may be a process. But yes, if you're interested, just message me and I will send you pictures of what I have and we'll discuss price. So, thank you for watching. Like, share, do all the things, and I will update as I can. Thank you.